I think I'm a bad matchup for him, to be honest. And I think he knows it.
Heavyweight contender Tom Aspinall has recently revealed the shocking truth behind the Jon Jones fight and said that he has given up on the bout. Meanwhile, Demetrius Johnson had a discussion with Tom Aspinall and shared his opinion on the fight with Jon. He said that Jon is avoiding a fight with Tom because he poses a huge risk for the champion. Demetrius added that Aspinall is young and fresh, and he doesn't have enough fights for Jon Jones to study him properly and come up with a strategy. He mentioned that Aspinall takes risks in his fights, even if it means he may miss a punch or two.
In my opinion, I think it's a huge risk.
Yep.
It's a huge risk. You're younger, you're athletic, you hit hard, you pose problems. We don't have much data on you, meaning that we don't know what happens if you do. And this is me speaking from an analyst and like my experience in MMA. Like if I was to fight Tom Aspinall, okay, what do I need to do? Okay, he's very fast, very athletic, light on his toes. Okay. He blitzes across the void. So if he gets across the void, can I take that shot? A lot of people have not been able to take that shot. So if he gets across that void and I get hit, I might go fucking down. That happens, you become the biggest fucking star ever. You just slayed the GOAT in a lot of people's eyes, right?
Moreover, Johnson said that he believes either Jon wants millions of dollars and the fight with Tom is about money, or he considers Aspinall a huge risk. Additionally, Tom Aspinall threw in his own take about the fight and said that he gets why Jones is avoiding him because he has the belt and wants to preserve his legacy, but it would be a cowardly move to hold the line.
Or if I go out there, Jones's eyes, if I go out there and I beat him, it was just as his words said, he's here today, gone tomorrow, right? So that's my opinion, like from his standpoint, or maybe he wants $30, $40 million. I have no idea, right? That's my opinion. Go ahead, give your piece. He asked the question. So it wasn't directed towards me, it was directed towards you.
I honestly can see Jon's point of view. I get it. I get it. It's just about the title for me. I just want the title, that's it. Does nothing else really matter. So, yeah, I get it completely. Get his point of view. Get what everybody's saying. Completely understand. I just want to prove I'm the best. That's all.
Meanwhile, Jon Jones has stirred up some controversial drama by choosing to stay in Thailand rather than prepare for his next fight with Tom Aspinall. He is enjoying his time there with some sparring sessions with kickboxers and riding bikes with his new friends. It seems like Jon Jones is becoming the next Conor McGregor and ducking Tom in plain sight.
Soy Comando Johnson. So, on my command, my team has global. Let's take it.
Oh! Петличка. Сама.
Moreover, Chael Sonnen called Jon Jones a troll of the UFC and said that he is avoiding Tom Aspinall. He mentioned that his bank account is far greater than his own legacy, which has led many to believe that he won't be coming back anytime soon. Meanwhile, Chael also added that Jon is secretly very interested in the way that he stirs up dramas and debates.
Is Jon Jones the biggest troll in UFC history? Now, if you would have asked me this at any other time, I'd have told you no. If Jon Jones would have pulled me aside and showed me his greatness, but compared it to his bank account and said, why do these things not go together? I'd have explained to him, because you're not a very good troll, right? I'd have explained some of the business side to him, the importance of commanding headlines, the importance of storytelling, things that he does not do well. But he's secretly pretty interesting.
Additionally, Jon Jones's longtime rival and former opponent Daniel Cormier stated that Jon should focus on fighting Tom Aspinall instead of enjoying the beach or stirring up their past rivalry. Reflecting on his potential bout with Tom, Daniel pointed out that Jones is avoiding Aspinall and should not hold on to the belt for an indefinite period of time.
8 years ago, you guys all know our history, right? I ain't got to walk that back for you. How I feel about what he did, how he feels about what I did. I don't have to walk all that back for you, right? I don't know if Jon didn't got asked a question. I don't know if he just randomly brought it up. I thought that lately we had been able to operate around each other better than we had without going into our instances in fighting and all that. But I've got a thing, like I saw the other day, Jones was talking about how can people say that I'm ducking when I'm out here living my absolute best life? I don't know that that is like the same thing. You can live a great life and not be fighting somebody, whatever.
Furthermore, Demetrious Johnson said the same thing as Cormier and mentioned that the UFC is the only career where someone else can keep a fighter from progressing. He mentioned that although Tom wants to fight for the belt and has met all the prerequisites, Jones is still avoiding him. He praised Tom for accepting any and all opponents and waiting for the next fight.
I just want to prove I'm the best, that's all.
You're like, let me do my thing, let me fight.
I just want to fight.
And I think that's the respectful way to go about it. It's like, you don't care if it's Jon, and it's no disrespect to Jon, it's no disrespect to anybody out there. You're just trying to fight. Yep. I just want to fight.
Yep.
And like I said before at the beginning of the podcast, is that this is the only sport where somebody's putting you on ice. And it's not necessarily, it could be not necessarily Jon. It could just be they're trying to make him do something. He was like, you know, guys, I'm just, I got 50 million to bank. I don't really need to fight. And then you're like, can I just fight? Give me whoever. Give me somebody. I think I saw the other day, it's like, you know, you and another athlete have the longest reigning interim championship of like 600, I don't know how many fucking days it is, but it's
yeah, unfortunately beat it. It's not a title that you want.
Exactly. But people out there keep track of that shit, and it's like, guys.
In addition to this, Demetrious added that sometimes a lot of weird things can happen in MMA, where a fighter can recover from a knockout loss and still fight for the belt. He stated that Tom should have had the opportunity to fight Jones a long time ago, but there is some dirty business going around behind the scenes. Johnson expressed his desire to see Aspinall fight for the title whenever he gets the chance.
In 4 years.
Yeah, I never thought, it's crazy.
In 4 years, you get a you get to fight for the best, prestigious world championship after getting knocked out.
It's weird. It's definitely weird.
It's fucking mad. It's weird.
Yeah, it is.
And it's just, it blows my mind. So I think that was a fight.
You should come back in 2029.
Well, only thing I left as a champion, so that'll make more sense. But it's the only, and it just blows my mind. It's like you had a healthy chance. So, but we can beat this dead horse. Obviously, you know, when the fight happens, whether it's him or whoever, you know, I can't wait to see it because we don't get enough time to see you fight in the cage.
Yep.
Right? And it's very unfortunate. Michael, do you have anything else?
Besides, Tom Aspinall is wondering why Jon Jones is avoiding a fight with him. His frustration has reached a point where he has said that there is no point in chasing a fight with Jones because he is a bad matchup for him.
Yeah, so I hate to do it, but I am going to ask what you just talked about. If, in your honest opinion, when you look at Jon Jones, would you say it's a money thing or not wanting to fight you thing, or do you think it's a combination?
Well, I can tell you some stuff about the money situation, but I'm not sure I can say it on camera, so I will tell you that after. I think I think I'm a bad matchup for him, to be honest. And I think he knows it.
On the other hand, Ilya Topuria and UFC commentator Joe Rogan discussed whether Jon Jones will be returning to fight Tom Aspinall. Although Rogan thinks there is still a possibility, Ilya mentioned that Jon has all the glory and he won't be coming back just to be handed over a defeat against a young guy.
Jon Jones, one of the greatest of all time. I mean,
and Jon, what do you think about him? He's gonna come back? He's gonna fight Tom?
Yes, I think he'll fight Tom.
No.
I think he'll hang out. You don't think so? No, really?
I don't think so.
How come?
For what?
For glory.
He already has the glory.
Yeah, one more glory before the lights fade.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think John's a conqueror. I think
he is.
I think he can't sit back.
He's the best of all time. No one can say the opposite of that. He's the best.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan added that Jon Jones is a legend since he invented the spinning back kick when he was 36 years old. He said that Jon has superior ring intelligence and power. Although Jon has spent most of his time partying, Rogan added that he still built a great career and deserves his praise.
Look, the guy developed a spinning back kick at 36. Didn't have a spinning back kick his whole career. And then all of a sudden knocks out Stipe with a spinning back kick for the heavyweight title at 36, 37 years old. That's crazy.
And they showed me a video 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Jon, before the fight with Stipe, he was practicing that kick at the day of the fight.
Yes.
And he said something like, "This is the kick. I'm going to knock him out with this kick." And the guy showed me the video.
That's crazy. Well, Jon's fight IQ is insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
Moving on, surprisingly, Tom Aspinall also expressed understanding toward Jon Jones's hesitancy to schedule their long-awaited title unification bout. Aspinall acknowledged that Jones, nearing the end of his illustrious career, might be prioritizing financial considerations over immediate competition. Despite his empathy, Aspinall conveyed frustration over the prolonged uncertainty, emphasizing his readiness to fight and desire to solidify his legacy.
I've been almost a year inactive with no prospects of anything. Just be ready, and we'll just let you know.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of difficult, like, mentally to...
Oh, yeah.
This is the fight against Jon Jones. Like, not... The fight is another thing.
Yeah.
This is the tricky bit where I really have to stay switched on, stay motivated, and... I'm trying my best. It's tough. As you said a minute ago, no one really knows what's going on behind the scenes apart from me.
Exactly. You're in office cooking.
I train all the time anyway. Just because I've not got a fight doesn't mean I don't train. Like, I honestly can see Jon's point of view. I get it. I get it. It's just about the title for me. I just want the title, that's it. There's nothing else really matters. So
you're like, let me do my thing, let me fight.
I just want to fight.
And I think that's the respectful way to go about it. It's like, you don't care if it's Jon, and it's no disrespect to Jon, it's no disrespect to anybody out there. You're just trying to fight. I just want to fight.
Sports journalist Ariel Helwani also talked about Jon's latest tweet, in which he talks about his vacation in Thailand and the food he is enjoying. Ariel mentioned that someone replied to Jones's official tweet, predicting that he would soon be stripped of his title. In a short and brutal response, Ariel said that Jon Jones stated he doesn't care about his legacy and wants to enjoy his life. He said that Jon mentioned the UFC has not revealed his plans to the public, despite his strong refusal to fight Aspinall.
And to me, I kind of felt like, I don't know if you guys saw, but Giannis Antetokounmpo had like a little bit of a tweet storm responding to people on Sunday morning. I felt like Jon was doing his own version of this. Maybe coincidental, but that certainly went viral. So, you know, I think he knew what he was doing. He tweets, "Been out here in Thailand, enjoying life, stuffing my face every day, and I swear I'm losing weight somehow." I kind of felt the same when I was in Europe, if I'm being honest. There's just something different about the food over there. You're walking, you're on your feet. Anyway, the quality of food here is amazing. So delicious, so clean. That's it. And now here's Randy Brown fan responding to him saying, "Enjoying your last days as champ before being stripped, I see, Jon?" Anyways, he says, "Yes, otherwise you would have vacated the title a long time ago because you don't plan to fight Tom." Johnny responds, for some reason his name is Johnny Meat. "Y'all barking up the wrong tree. I told the UFC my plans a long time ago. I have no clue why they haven't shared them with you guys yet." And here's one more, which I really don't understand. I read it 5 times. From Alfredo. "So are you fighting again or not? You're the current champion of the division. Not a bad idea." I don't even know what that response means.
What do you mean? You're saying it's not a bad idea to fight. I get it.
Okay.
That's the only one I get.
They were talking about finances and all that. And he was like, yeah, not a bad idea. Make some money off that fight.
On the opposite end of the story, another drama is being stirred up. In one of his most recent videos, Daniel Cormier revealed that he might have had the chance to face Jon Jones for the 3rd time, but he declined the Russian reality TV offer. In his recent analysis video, Cormier talked about the highly anticipated Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones bout, during which Cormier mentioned that while Aspinall is releasing statements on his next fight, Jones is out there somewhere in Thailand training upcoming fighters. Cormier said, "I was offered offered to coach against Jones prior, but I didn't accept it. I can't do a month in Thailand, opposite side of Jon Jones, especially when I can't fight that dude anymore. He beat me when I was fighting. I can't really fight today. I'm 46 years old. Like, come on, man. I mean, I would do it for fun, but I'm not ready to spend a month in Thailand. Moving on, Joe Rogan said that Jon Jones will definitely fight Tom Aspinall because the bout will be a lot of money. Rogan also stated that Aspinall is amazing and is really big for a heavyweight, and he has power and speed. He added that although Aspinall is great, he has never been in deep water and has never been tested against the best of the best.
I think he fights Aspinall because I think it's going to be a lot of money. It's glory, and look, Aspinall's amazing. He's unbelievable. He's fast as fuck for a heavyweight. He's big. He can grapple, black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's got knockout power, but he's never been in deep water, ever. I don't even know if he's gone to a second round.
I don't want to say that he doesn't have any chance, because everyone has it. One punch can change everything inside the octagon.
Additionally, Ilia Topuria supported Aspinall and said that a lot of people may be counting out Tom Aspinall and picking Jon as the favorite, but he doesn't believe that Tom will lose to Jones. On the other hand, Joe Rogan looked at Tom's career and said that it was filled with 1- and 2-round fights, which leads him to believe that he can't perform in the later rounds.
Of course, everyone think that Jom Jones is gonna get it, but you can't count him out at all, the Tom Aspinall. But I don't think that he's gonna come back. Me personally.
Do you think? What is this here?
One time, Andrei Arlovsky took him to the second round. That's it.
Oh, really? Wow. I don't even remember that. And then he TKO'd him.
That was 4 years ago.
That's kind of crazy if you look at his career. It's all 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And then in Bama, he had a two-round fight. That's great, but it's also not great because he doesn't have any deep water experience. You know, if you're fighting a guy like, imagine if he fought Stipe when Stipe was in his prime, or he fought Kane. You can't have 1-round fights.
On the other hand, Tom Aspinall shared his opinions on the top heavyweight fighters that have fought in MMA. He named Francis Ngannou as the most iconic, most interesting, and most powerful heavyweight. He claimed himself to be the fastest among heavyweights. When it came to fight IQ, he credited prime Stipe Miocic, whom he also chose for best overall skills. Aspinall mentioned that Miocic was the most underrated, while Jon Jones was called the most overrated MMA fighter.
This is Tom Aspinall, and this is Best in Class Heavyweight Edition.
Most iconic.
Francis Ngannou.
Best tattoos.
I do like that Brown Pride one, Cain Velasquez. Pretty cool, that. So I'm going to go with him, even though he's not got loads of tattoos.
Most interesting.
Interesting heavyweight. I'd say Francis Ngannou again. Yeah.
Most powerful.
Francis Ngannou.
Fastest.
Me.
And highest IQ.
Stipe, prime Stipe. Good IQ.
Best skills.
Stipe.
Most underrated.
Stipe.
Most overrated.
Jon Jones.
Your idol.
Cain Velasquez.
Tired fighter you wish you could perform.
Cain Velasquez.
Best stamina.
Furthermore, Joe Rogan praised Jon Jones and said that he is the greatest of all time. He mentioned that Jon won against one of his opponents by barely training for the fight, and when he did actually train, then he finished the rematch even earlier. Joe said that Jones was better than everyone else in his division, and no one could compete with him.
So crazy.
He was so good. But he was so good, he was better than everybody in his division, so he didn't work hard. But then when he has to work hard, he's fucking terrifying. Like when he fought Alexander Gustafsson, barely trained. They said he barely trained, barely was in the gym. They were really worried about him. Greg Jackson said they were even considering not letting him fight. Like, you shouldn't be fighting. You're not training.
Yeah.
And then he guts it out in the final rounds, wins the decision, very close fight. Then they have a rematch. And in the rematch, he fucking trained.
Yeah.
And then he just destroyed him in the rematch.
The first fight was very competitive.
Very
the second
competitive.
one, yeah, he dominated.
Not competitive at all. Yeah, when Jon is focused and Jon is in shape and training, he's the greatest of all time.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan also praised Tom Aspinall and explained how Tom entered a high-stakes fight against the formidable Sergey Pavlovich while injured. He said that Aspinall had hurt his rib during training and was unable to wrestle against Pavlovich, who was known for knocking out opponents with his striking power. Despite his injury and inability to grapple, Rogan added that Aspinall took a major risk by accepting the fight fight, and the gamble paid off, leading to a successful outcome.
He f***ed his rib up preparing for that fight with Sergey Pavlovich. He couldn't even wrestle. He's fighting this gigantic, terrifying Russian who knocks everybody into the dark dimensions, and he can't even wrestle. He can't do the one thing that you would think he needs to do to that guy. Pavlovich f***ed everybody up. Eric Lewis upstanding. He f***ed a lot of people up. Tai Tuivasa. He's f***ing people up, beating them up standing. He's a dangerous cat. He's giant. He's giant. But he had to take that chance, and it worked out for him.
Do you think Jon Jones will ever return to fight Aspinall? Who will be the winner? We would love to hear your thoughts. Let us know in the comments section below and subscribe for more content like this.